TGIF. It's the 10th day. Can you imagine that of October?
Yep.
Where did the month go already? The 10th day without adult leaders in Congress. Who would have thought that the leaders of the terrorist group known as Hamas could come to terms with Israel, hopefully resulting in the release of hostages taken 2 years ago? But we can't get a budget. I'm Rayford Brown. Good morning. Going to be one of those days.
And I'm the donkey man in the house again. Good morning, y'all.
He came sliding in on a donkey this morning.
Sure did. The Jackass Express.
There you go.
And I am Lee Barrows. Good morning. Happy Friday.
Hold on a second.
I can't get
Football Friday. What is
Did
it?
you not hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. Was that thunder or guns?
It's good.
Oh, that sounds so cool.
Yeah.
Is that the big guns on base?
Yeah, Omaha, down there at the
Yeah.
Hubert Range, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're shooting this morning, but they're with the cloud cover that we have. That stuff, the sound comes right back down and reverberates around
I like
here.
it when it gets loud enough I can hear it from the house.
Oh, if you can hear it out in your neck of the woods, and
Sometimes.
I don't hear it
Not
much.
every time. But
Since I put on that metal roof, I hear nothing.
well, we got a metal roof right here. We hear it.
The door's open.
We're close. It bounces through the ceiling too.
Yeah.
I got it that way. It's intentional.
Okay.
Okay. I don't have anything new on it, but here's what I know as of last night. I can't believe it hurts to know what occurred Wednesday up at North Thompson Beach.
Absolutely.
They had
Sad.
several young guys. They decided to take a swim in that rough, storm-generated, rough ocean. They made it back. They made it to a sandbar just off the beach, but the tide was coming in, and as the water level rose with the incoming tide, they decided it was time to get off that little, what was an island at the time, was going to soon be underwater. So they got back into the ocean, that rough ocean, and started swimming back to the beach. Rough waters, rip currents, all of the folks, all except one, made it safely to shore. But it was rough for them to get there. A search is continuing for the last person. Only thing we know is a 17-year-old from the Jacksonville area. Police on Wednesday initially launched it because it happened about 4:30 or so. They sent up a drone. Firefighters took to the water on a jet ski. Coast Guard craft was sent to the location, probably from Swansboro. Coast Guard helicopter from likely Elizabeth City searched until dark Wednesday. A more intensive search was conducted yesterday, and still no sign of the young man. It's a tragic situation. Please, people, stay out of the water. Y'all, I know it looks like it'd be kind of cool to get out there and challenge it.
No.
It's like doing a bungee jump without the cable. When you do this, you got a better chance on a bungee jump. And you don't have a real good chance on that, particularly as those cables wear out.
Just hope and pray they find the body.
Well, they will, but
Yes.
Who knows where
Soon,
with the ocean and everything else. So it would be great if it was all a mistake, but it's not, obviously. You always kind of hope for things like that, but I don't know. I've been in that ocean in some of the roughest of conditions. I wouldn't have gone out there. You just don't do it. There is absolutely no reason except to challenge death to do that. No. It might be a thrill for you. Yes, in the good old days of the 60s when we would take a boat and go offshore diving, it was a small boat, but we only went out when the conditions were decent. Coming back through the inlet, if the tide was coming in, yes, that current is sailing through there. I put one of our vests on, one of my vests, my dive vest, an inflatable dive vest. Yeah. And from time to time, I would just hop overboard and I'd be picked up on the inside. But I'm wearing a vest. The only place I can go is inside, going into the beach. The ocean wasn't rough. The only thing that was there is a current. Current is not going to pull you down. You try to swim against it. Oh, I could have tried to swim against that current in the inlet. No, that would have been stupid.
We've had some sad tragedies this past week with the ocean.
Yeah, we have. And
concerning. Yes.
Yes, we had a friend of all of ours, my family and so many people in Jacksonville lost a man Sunday. The boat, one of those really weird things, it just flipped and hit a wave and flipped and threw two men into the water, and our friend he lost his life. He didn't make it. So tragic. It's so tragic. So folks know the conditions, and if you don't see me out there, don't go. That's number one.
That's a good flag.
If you don't see me, don't go.
Yeah.
Well, you never go.
The Rayford Brown flag.
That's it.
Well,
if you hear me on the radio and I tell you I ain't going, don't go. I ain't going, y'all. Don't do it. This is just no. This is just such a waste, a total waste. He's probably a senior in high school at age 17, right?
yes.
Yeah.
It's up in Greenville.
Close.
We had I think it was in Greenville, had a 17-year-old a couple of days ago in a collision right near the school, killed, little female, little young lady, beautiful girl. So much to live for, and was involved in a wreck right near the school, going to school.
That was horrible.
Yeah.
She's killed.
Horrible. And then last night I sent you an email. Let me go to my sent box so I can pull it up. Of 3 young high school schoolers that were killed in a car accident in Fayetteville. ABC 11 put this out.
Yeah.
It's a E.E. Smith community in Fayetteville reeling after 3 students died in a crash. And they're saying it was hard to comprehend, but this happened.
Yes, hard to comprehend.
A single vehicle crash. They were E.E. Smith High School football players.
So what were they doing? They were football players?
Yes. The deadly crash happened
my
on
God.
Rose Hill Road. Police arrived and found a gray 2024 Honda Civic that had run off the road and hit a telephone pole before going down an embankment and crashing into a tree.
Anybody else in the car? All 3 of them? Just the 3 of them?
Just the 3 of them. The driver of the vehicle was the only survivor at the scene. He was life flighted to UNC Medical Center in critical condition, but they had 3 deaths.
Well, what? I lost you completely, mathematically speaking.
Well, reading this story, it lost me
How
too.
many people were in the car?
It did not say, but it said 3 were killed. But yet they said the driver was air vac as in critical condition. So
Did he die at the hospital?
Evidently, he must have been the 4th person. But they said on Thursday, authorities identified one of the students as 18-year-old Jahian Elliott, a second victim as 17-year-old Trevor Merritt,
But we don't really know right now what happened.
and a third victim is 17-year-old Nicholas Williams. The sports website, Max Preps, which I use, listed both Elliott and Merritt as senior sport athlete. And a story about them, but there must have been 4, and 3
we're not
died.
going to go with that. We don't know that yet. Because none of that's making
Well, the
any sense.
headline is misleading.
That's
It
what I'm
says
saying. There's no
3 students die in crash, but the driver is in critical condition.
Or was in critical condition. We don't know.
I'll find another story
Yeah,
on
find one that's reliable.
Well,
That's not.
It's.
it. That's your news. That's your news media for you.
I've been out there on the road for 40 years now, come October 15th. And it's estimated that I have over 3.5 million miles logged in. And it's logged
You've seen
in
a bunch of bad stuff, then I can tell you that.
And the guy that we have hired with us, he had to ride with me a few days, and I do my best not to cuss, but when I get out on the highway, yeah. But you learn, you anticipate stuff.
Yeah.
And I'll be driving down the road and he's sitting over there in the passenger seat and I'd say, look at that stupid. And he'd say, what? I said, watch. You see him drift over. And I'm looking down in the back window and I see him leaning to the right. So I know he's got his cell phone in his right hand. And if I see him, if you watch going down the road, you'll see a car that'd be leaning toward the yellow line.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his cell phone in his left hand and he's leaning.
Mm-hmm.
They're not paying attention.
I said that the coolest thing, it would be profiling.
Yeah.
Which is nothing wrong with it. The coolest thing would be to have an unmarked 2012 pickup truck.
Mm-hmm.
Sits up as high as you can legally have one sitting up, strictly legal, and have your lights in the dash, I mean, lights in the radiator area behind the grill lights, and a really loud siren. And then to drive up and down Western Boulevard and all the way out to the bypass. Just do it. That will be your patrol every day, day in and day out. Have a bulldog sitting in the car.
Well, I've told
And
them.
with cameras. And then just when you pull up beside people and they're
Here's
go ahead,
an
hook them
update.
up. Hook them up and take their cell phone.
Yeah.
As
Here's an
evidence at that time.
update on the story I just checked with 3 other news outlets, and they were all saying the same thing. And I've got this one, WNC, and there was 4 occupants.
Thank you.
Yeah, I figured
The
that.
driver was a 21-year-old woman who was airlifted from the scene to UNC Hospital, Chapel Hill. Last reported in critical condition. The 3 passengers who were students at E.E. Smith High School played football for the varsity
They were
team
all males?
were killed. They were all males.
Okay.
The upcoming game tonight against Southview High School has been postponed.
Okay. Now we got the facts. Thank you.
So the other station said the same thing, and then I found this one who specified that the driver was driver and 3 passengers, 4 people in the
People,
car.
please write your stories so they're
Yeah.
understandable. When you finish writing a story, hand it to somebody who knows nothing about it and see if they understand it. If they don't understand it, rewrite it.
Well, ABC 11 that I read
bet you've
first,
done that, hadn't you?
and then
Absolutely.
I went to
More than
Southern Other.
once.
CBS said the same thing. So then and the Fayetteville Observer said the same thing until I got to WNC.
I had a red Sharpie. Does
I
that tell you
guarantee
anything?
you did. I could
Does that
just-
tell you anything?
Yeah, I
we
could
know
just-
because
Do you
you're
know how
still very much that way.
Do you have,
See
do you
that,
have any of
you?
those paper scripts that I have ripped up to start over? That sucks.
Oh man, and they just look at you
this
like,
was in the days of
and they
typewriters.
thought they did great.
This
you
was in
know.
the days of typewriters.
You take a young, now they got that all typed up, and you go in there and proofread, and you go, and they look at you. You see the blood just rush from the head all the way down.
Oh, yeah.
And going back earlier, Rayford, when we were talking about the loss around here lately due to
Yep.
events with the ocean, Art Fertney's visitation is tonight.
Yeah, 4 o'clock.
4 p.m. to 6 p.m. at Jones Funeral Home. Art would be very aware that this might interfere with Friday night football. So if you're going to a game after, please wear your football attire. He loved his Friday evenings that he spent cheering on the Jacksonville High School
Yeah,
There
Cardinals,
you go.
which
I like
we've
the
seen
war.
him there at the games.
Yes, we have.
And it would give his family great joy to
Bring-
greet everyone in their school colors.
And even if you're not a Cardinal fan, get something red and wear it.
Yeah. Funeral service Saturday, October 11th. That's
Tomorrow.
tomorrow at 11 a.m. at the Infant of Pearl Catholic Church. A committee will follow the service at the church columbarium with full military honors.
Mm.
Yeah. So at the
Art
church.
was a Marine.
Yes.
And let's see, retired in 79, I think it was. He
Tired
was,
the year I graduated. I
he was
remember.
a Vietnam vet, and he was one of those, not that many. We had a very small number of them, and during the Tet Offensive in 1968, beginning in January for 30 days plus, when we thought we had everything under control, and the the commies decided to mount an offensive during the Lunar New Year, Tet Offensive. And for 30 plus days, we fought them. The battle for Way City was basically the biggie. And there were other cities that they fought for as well. You know, one of our really good friends and around here, John Legato, was there. And I've known a bunch. Way too many got killed. Virtually everybody there was wounded at one time or another. Some of them were wounded multiple times, so they couldn't get out. They were still there fighting. Patch them up. The corpsmen would patch them up and keep on going. They didn't have a whole lot of choice. So, you know, you find somebody who's been there doing that.
Yeah, you had.
Don't you go negative on the Vietnam War, and don't go political.
No.
Just thank them for what they did and what they had to have to put up with.
I forgot how many care packages my mama sent over there to my brother. He'd send a list of, you know, cookies and stuff. And she loved baking them. She'd send cookies and he was corpsman.
Yeah.
So there was God and then there was corpsman. If you were military, most time that's what it was.
It wasn't that far apart.
No, and he would talk about, you know, the little kids over there, and they would hand out. She would send toys. She'd go to Rose's, buy a bunch of little toys, you know, 10 cent, 50 cent toys and stuff like that, and send it over there in boxes. And God knows almighty.
She went to the 5 and dime stores where she
well,
that's the way it was.
The dime store is what it was called. It was Rose's, but it was the dime store. But
it was the dime stores. What they, you know, the young'uns of them. You know them as dime stores. We know them as 5 and dimes.
And when I remember my mom,
I miss the fun big time.
My mama,
Roses.
she was so proud of my brother because he wanted to be a doctor. Well, he joined the Navy and wound up being a corpsman. And when he came back,
he had enough experience to be a doctor when he got back then.
He came back. He worked for a HFC, a household financing company, for a few months. And I'll never forget when he walked in the house and he said, "Mama," and he was married then. He said, "Mama, I joined the Highway Patrol." And you thought my mama was a good shot. And I will never forget what she said. "Son, that's a good way to get killed."
He came back from Vietnam.
And he's looking at Mom, I can get killed on a bicycle. You know, and boy, she was totally against that. I mean, she did not want him to join the Highway Patrol.
I'm going to give you just one funny line here. We got to change this tone just a little bit this morning. But there was a comedian that I love comedians on TV. I watch them all the time. Too. And it was, how did he put it? He's handicapped. Yeah. His name is Josh Blue. He's got cerebral palsy, and he is funny as all get out.
He really is. I follow him.
And he was he was talking about he got serious for a moment, which he doesn't do very often, but he got serious for a moment. He said, you know, talking about the handicap, this and the facilities and the things, how far we've come in this country for those like him. And he says, all of us don't need all of those handicaps. Like, I don't need a ramp, you know, and then he proceeded, but he says, I feel like I need to use it every time I find one because they build it for people like me. Yeah. So he says, I just walk just as hard as I can. And my date can beat me up the steps because I got to walk back and forth till I get there. So, I mean, it's funny the way he puts it. And he said, but I just got one thing to tell you. We are the largest minority. The handicap.
They are.
We are the largest minority. It doesn't matter what race you are, whether you're male or you're female, how old you are, how young you are. We are the largest minority. And guess what? We're the only minority you can join. All it is one bike ride away from being one of us.
Yep, you're right.
Wow. Those are words to think by. You know?
They label diabetes now as a disability. I mean, it's, you know, it's.
He wasn't talking about the disabilities as much as the handicap facilities and stuff like that. Looking quickly at the marine forecast, don't. Out to 20 nautical miles today, northeasterly winds 25 to 30, diminishing to 20 to 25 this afternoon. Seas 6 to 9 feet, 3 to 5 near shore. Don't be misled. It might be 3 to 5, but you ain't going to get there. Sounds and rivers very rough, diminishing to rough in the afternoon. Slight chance of showers. Tomorrow, northeasterly winds 20 to 25, gust to 30, seas 7 to 10 feet.
7 to 10.
That's about 8.
That's 8. No.
So go 2 feet higher. Yeah.
4 to 6 near shore. And they're going to be close together. Sounds and rivers rough. A chance of thunderstorms tomorrow. Sunday, northerly winds 20 to 25, gust to 35, seas 8 to 11, 5 to 7 near shore. Sounds and rivers rough. Showers likely, mainly in the morning on Sunday. Are you going to live?
Now he's making me
Yeah.
cough too.
Okay.
All right. Today, mostly cloudy with a high near 74. Northeast wind around 14 miles per hour with gust as high as 24.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight, a chance of showers and thunderstorms late. Cloudy with a low around 61. Saturday, showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm high near 71.
Well, Jerry
Excuse me. I'm going.
was destined to be a hurricane today. Jerry is no more. Jerry's going to serve out his time as a tropical storm and is still right now off of the islands, Virgin Islands, just north of the Virgin Islands. And it's moving northward now. It was moving westward, then northwestward, then west-northwestward. Now it's north. And it's going to be going north for the next 2 or 3 days at about 15, 17, 18 miles an hour. And it's not going to get much stronger. Its winds are down. They were 65 miles per hour. They're down to 50 now and not projected to be much stronger, if at all, throughout its life expectancy, which is going to be sometime next week. It's moving north and it will bear to the right to the of Bermuda. South of Bermuda, it's going to turn hard right and go in a northeasterly direction and then extremely hard right. And it actually probably will go southeast for a bit, not much, east-southeast. So, but then it's going to die out in the colder waters. Now, Karen, how
Didn't take long.
freaking stereotypical is this, right?
Didn't take long for her to pop up.
Karen, that little mass that was a disturbance yesterday, she got so disturbed, she's been labeled a subtropical storm.
Mean.
45 mile per hour sustained winds. Probably not going to get any bigger because of its location. It's up there already in the cold water, but it is moving northeastward at 9 miles per hour. What else is up there? Oh, we got what, Ireland?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this.
Ireland, watch out! Down the hatches. Head for the pub. Get yourselves ready.
Karen's coming.
Anyway, now our coastal storm out here. That's what is going to be the impact around here. Not an impact per se, except it's just going to be nasty, and we're just not going to like what's going on. The weather, National Weather Service is the one you need to take a look at. And let's see what it's got here for North Carolina. Yeah, we got rain, light rain right now, further offshore, down towards Charleston area. There's a big old mass of rain there, and it's all moving upward. We should not get the wind stuff that they talked about. They've been talking about. It's a coastal storm, but it's going to be one of the worse coastal storms that we will be getting. Let's see if they give me that. Shoot. Sometimes these systems are not as easy to navigate. They don't want you to do it. All right. Jacksonville, New United States of America, it says.
America.
North Carolina.
America.
There's a hazardous weather statement out there. So we'll keep you up to speed on that as we go along. There's coastal flood watch. We've got that. Rip current status, awful. Beach hazards statement, awful. Flood advisory. If we do end up getting the rain, any substantial rain, The rain in the urban areas, because of concrete and asphalt, the water that whatever falls does not sink into the ground because there's no ground. It doesn't penetrate the concrete or the asphalt. It runs off. And that's where the flooding comes from. It gathers and picks a path of least resistance, and that's where we get into trouble, urban flooding. You don't find any country flooding too often. The country flooding, where there are no highways or anything, the creeks will rise. Yeah, that happens, but that always happens. But you don't find the rushing water like you do in urban flooding. Yeah. So that's going to be the difference.
Especially around me, I live right around New River, way up New River, where it's small. In fact, when you go closer to Richlands, you get more like a ditch it is, unless it rains real bad. Yeah, it's a tidal river. It goes in and out.
Yeah, there's we don't have any gale warnings except offshore, off the beach, but up and down the entire coastline here of North Carolina, we do have a coastal flood advisory. There is a high surf advisory. It's going to be sloppy out there. The waves close to shore are not going to be huge, 3 to 5, 4 to 6, things like that. But they're going to be so close together, and they're going to be, I don't know whether you guys who have not been around the ocean very much understand, the waves will come from one direction generally. But when you get stormy conditions, the waves will come from one direction and also meet up with waves coming out of
they'll cross.
And then you get in the middle of that washing machine, and that's why we call it a washing machine. You get in the middle of that, your boat's going to be twisted and turned and do every which way flips. You are, unless you've got the right boat and you are the right person at the helm, you're in trouble. Single engine boats, no, absolutely not. Because the props will come out of the water. The prop will come out of the water when the props are not in the water, you're not in control. And you got to know when. You got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. Stay home. Go to Catherine's Lake and catch some bass if they got any bass out there.
Get your
They
small
did.
John boat.
They used to.
That's where I got mine that I put in my tank.
Hadn't dried up yet.
Until when you lived there, you caught them all and ate them all. Probably.
No, I always put them all back.
Except the ones you put in your tank.
Just one. But he went back to the lake after a while. He was messy. If you walked near that tank, he'd splash that water. He'd splash the top of that tank so hard. He'd hit it so hard, water everywhere. And I was like, no, you're going back out.
You're going into the pan. I'll fix your butt right now.
You rehomed him.
Rehomed him, that's right.
Rehomed him.
For no charge at all.
Rehomed.
Free the bass.
I never caught him. We had a pond. Daddy had a pond dug and talked about that yesterday, but that's how we started getting our fish. We go to New River and we'd fish and we'd bring fish back. And then he got North Carolina Wildlife. They came in and stocked it.
That's nice.
And I will never forget the first catfish I caught out of that thing.
Oh, catfish.
And I pulled that thing up and I went, Daddy, I have caught a catfish in that. We didn't put no catfish in that pond. He said, and he explained there's a number of different ways. He said, birds can have eggs on their feet and go to land. And he said, I bet birds can grab a fish and fly and accidentally drop it. And he gave me all kinds of scenarios. But I started catching catfish out of that thing. And I do not care for freshwater catfish.
Farm raised freshwater catfish.
Farm raised is
different
good.
Story.
But I always love saltwater catfish. I love salt. And a lot of people
don't believe that some catfish are saltwater varieties.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when I used to go to Huguenot Park in Florida, it was called Huguenot Park. You could drive on the beach. It's called Huguenot Park.
Ooh.
And it's right there close to Mayport. You could see the ships over in Mayport. You stand at the jetties and see them. And I would be catching these catfish. And these guys walk by me like, And finally one guy said, well, you going to keep them catfish? Oh, yeah, we're going to eat them tonight.
Good. They clean.
He said, we don't eat them things.
Good.
I said, you don't? I said, well, you bring me what you want. I shouldn't have said that.
Oops.
God knows they were bringing me cooler after cooler.
Oh Lord!
And
Well,
I
why did
was
they keep
cleaning.
them? If they
Well, they
didn't-
weren't.
Oh,
They would kill them and then throw them back in the water. That's just the way they were. They just,
my.
we don't eat them. And I had a little right there where I lived. I had a little catfish party one night,
Mhm.
and some old. I was surrounded by 4 CBs, retired CBs.
Oh, bye. Okay.
And they fixed me a cooker.
And they could make one too.
When you see a 12 horsepower engine on a daggone edger, I mean, they would do stuff like that. They would do crazy stuff. These guys, and they come
That's
over.
when you wanted to edge the
and
pavement
and
right down the middle.
yeah, you cut concrete with that thing.
Mhm.
And they come over and they were sitting around eating. He said, "Man, this is some of the best catfish I ever ate in my life." I said, "Well, it's saltwater catfish."
Mhm.
What? It's saltwater catfish. Well, what in the world would you do something like that? I don't know. You talk like it's the best you ever had. I said, where I'm from, yeah, we ate them.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we don't do that. We just, and some of them would catch them and carry them to their little garden and,
Or
like
plant 'em,
Indians. But it was amazing the stuff they didn't eat.
You know,
that I'd eat.
you ever seen any saltwater perch?
Yes,
It's really clean, really good.
Really
tasty
good.
fish.
but I've never been one. I ate them. I ate the red bellies and the perches and the bass. Never cared for fried bass, not freshwater bass. Now my daddy did take some crab meat one time and open him up and put him in there and wrapped string around him and put him in there and baked him. Now that was good.
wrap them up in tinfoil.
Yeah,
and you can
4-pound bass.
Put them on a fire.
Yeah. But I just
Okay.
I love
Karma.
saltwater fish.
Karma can be a real bear.
Are we talking about
To
Letitia?
clean up the phrase. If you don't believe it, ask New York's Attorney General Letitia James. She led a massive move to go after Donald Trump on a host of charges, but found out yesterday that a federal grand jury in Virginia has indicted her on charges of bank fraud and making false statements to a financial institution. In other words, she lied.
Yep.
I tell you, here's the thing. If she is convicted of making false statements, that's lying. She ain't
Yes.
never going to be able to do anything again. You
Yep.
understand that, right? You can do the
Yep.
financial
She wanted to be able to
bank
ride a
fraud all
trash
you
truck.
want, but making those lying to anybody and they catch you at it in the legal world, you may as well just go,
She'll be disbarred and I
Yeah.
hopefully and
let's go for the Walmart and see if they'll let me get me a job as a greeter. A U.S. attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia said James faces up to 30 years in prison per count, up to $1 million fine on each count, and forfeiture if she's convicted. Obviously, she ain't going to be fined, anything like that. She's not going to see any prison time.
no.
Not for this, and probably should not. Earlier this year, and I'm going to tell you right now, so many people do this. So many people will lie so they can save a buck. Earlier in the year, the Justice Department opened an investigation into James for mortgage fraud after James successfully won a civil case last year against Trump and his Trump organization, charging him with engaging in faulty business practices, some of them very similar to this, lying to the financial people. In the letter, Federal Housing Finance Director Bill Pult said that James could have engaged in mortgage fraud by making false or misleading statements on property records, like a loan application that said her property in Virginia is her primary residence, a building record stating her multifamily Brooklyn property incorrectly has 5 residences instead of 4, and a mortgage application that falsely stated James was her father's spouse.
Mm-hmm.
Listed her, the daughter, listed her as being married to her daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Oversight, I don't know. Possibly, I don't know. Apparently 2 different situations. One, the building in Virginia, of course, listed that as her primary residence. That is such a flagrant. That's the most flagrant thing she's got. another building record stating her multi-family Brooklyn property, apparently something she can rent out, has 5 residents, she said, but only 4 are actually there. I'm not sure about most of those charges. Lying, problem. The loan application claiming the Virginia property was her primary residence netted her a lower interest rate.
Exactly.
Here's a problem. As the Attorney General of New York, James, this is evidence that they will use. As the AG of New York, James could not have claimed an out-of-state address as her primary residence. You're required to live in the state. You're required to have a residence, which would be your primary residence in the state where you're registered to vote, where you vote, yada, yada, yada. That was a dumb move on her part. I mean, that was dumb. Why did she do it? Why would she do it? Lower interest rates, of course. Lending institutions see second homes or vacation homes as higher risk than primary residences. If you're going to buy a beach house and the economy tanks, you've got your primary house, you buy a beach house somewhere out here. When the economy starts to tank, okay, that's the first thing you're going to let go of, right? You may owe so much money on it, and maybe it's not worthwhile anymore. Maybe the economy, maybe you bought it to use it as a rental, and maybe the rental industry went away, whatever. So that's the reason that you won't get rid of your primary residence when the economy goes sour, but you will get rid of your other properties. That's why the lending institutions will give you a better interest rate on your house, the one that they know that you live in, because you're not going to give that up.
That's right.
It's simple. Did Trump push the DOJ to investigate James? That's going to be the big sticking point here. With his attorneys and no doubt private investigators, does anybody out there, does any reasonable person doubt that he provided or they provided the probable cause to launch this investigation? No, because the DOJ was not going to do it themselves, because the U.S. attorney, the attorney general there in New York, she wasn't going to do anything with that. She wasn't going to launch any kind of an investigation to investigate herself, but they found this other stuff. I mean, it's bulldogs. No doubt they found it. Was it ethical to do that? That's up to you to decide when Trump runs for another term. Oh, yeah, that's right. In 3.5 years, his political career will be over.
Yep.
So question for you, would you have looked for payback if you had been in the same situation Trump was in? Would you have looked at her and said, you know what? That is so hypocritical. Let me take a look at her. I mean, have you ever done anything, Lee, with individuals that may have dissed you or have done things or whatever, that you may have taken a special interest in taking a look at their background or something?
It's a common thing. It's
Standard
a common
operating procedure.
You know,
y'all.
Rayford.
I bet you do that when you
Just
date
like-
somebody, don't you?
Hey, I have their
I did it from
background.
a door.
Yeah.
I know what kind of dish soap
She
they
does.
use.
She I guarantee you, if somebody asks her out, she's gonna do a financial statement on right start.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Just last night, what I was doing in here.
Yeah. I'm just like Rayford. And I have a lot of friends that'll call me and say, could you see blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And by the end of the day,
Found
it's so easy to do, folks.
a
And,
woman last night with 5 different aliases.
Yeah.
Well, my question is,
Ruh-roh.
Well,
And a gentleman that's got several hidden email addresses he thought were hidden.
yeah, all I'm going to say to all of that is like, this is the political season right now. You really, 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 really need to scope out some candidates.
I just
whether
wanna
it's
know-
local, state, federal, it's all right there, folks.
I
It's
just
easy
want to know
find.
why. That's my question. Why would you have that many? Why? Hadn't heard that answer yet, but why? So,
Well,
you know.
as far as Letitia,
I'm sure this would be the tip of the iceberg, but the rest of it is probably as stupid as some of the
Yeah.
stuff that I got right here. This is nothing but political garbage here.
Yes.
And
Right.
it means
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
I found nothing illegal.
right.
Nothing illegal. I did
I
not do
got
a
it.
deep dive. I just did a.
Well, as far as
Surface stuff.
Letitia, she's claiming that the charges are baseless and it's just political retribution at any cost
Mhm.
because of her going after Trump.
Baseless. How would you explain this? Sit down over here, Letitia. Ma'am, just hold on just a minute. Let me ask you, ma'am.
I understand completely.
Madam Letitia, why would you put down, is this your signature?
Yeah.
Why did you put that down? Why did you sign? Can you read? You're educated, right? You got a law degree? You're a lawyer too, right? Huh? Is that right?
Right.
Why did you not read the fine print, the big print, all the print on this before you signed it? How much was this whole property?
Rayford.
How much would you have saved with a different interest rate? How much money did you save with a lower interest rate?
Mhm.
Rayford, I look at it this way.
There's motive.
If I was
Yeah.
going
And
after the
opportunity.
president of the United States and I was trying to charge him criminal
I
charges,
wouldn't do it
whatever,
politically.
I would be watching my back. I would make sure my own house was clean. I would make sure I did not even jaywalk or park over the lines, because when you go after somebody like that, they're going to come back at you. And for what she did, if these charges are correct, I know she bought one house and then tried to buy another and claiming it was her. We talked about that a couple months ago, but stupid girl.
Do you fault Donald Trump for checking into her?
No.
No.
I don't know that it would be worth my while.
But
Well,
I mean, he was found that he owes, and the judgment was against him. He lost.
right.
And unless you want to appeal it, go ahead. Going after her to try to make yourself look legal is not good because the investigation will just go a little bit deeper than
Yeah.
you too. But if all it is payback, then just admit it. Just say, okay, she's a Karen, and karma needs to play into her pile here. She thinks that she's above the law, because making me think that I'm above the law. Okay, I got caught. All right.
Well, I think it's just stupid.
How
on
many
her
of you
part.
who have been stopped on the highway, on the interstate by the highway patrol when they come
Excuse
up
me.
behind you? How many of you have told that trooper, well, this other guy, did you see that guy right there?
Oh,
He
yeah.
went by
That's
me.
a common answer.
That's
Yeah, but I got
the way
you.
you do it.
Yeah.
That's what they say. I got
Common
you.
answer.
Bird,
Look,
bird in the hand is worth 12 of them in the bush.
I
I
look
did
at
that
it
at
this way.
16 years old.
if I have shenanigans in my backyard and I know that I've done something that wasn't quite straight, I'll be going like, and you handle this case against Trump.
I'd get the
I'll
third
assist, but quietly.
If y'all think, well, she pushed it, but I just here's what's gonna one day will come out. Who was pushing her to do this in the state of New York? Who was pushing her? Who was pushing the Fannie, whatever her name is, down in
Fannie
Georgia?
Mae?
Yeah.
Who's pushing these people to do
Fannie
this?
Mae. Fannie.
Do you
what was
think they're
Fannie's
doing
name?
it on their own? Do you not think that she had enough as the Attorney General of New York to do other than try to make a name for herself? Yeah, this would have been a more of a low-level investigation than it would have been otherwise.
Yeah.
As is the investigation against her with doing what she's doing. Yeah, it's wrong. If indeed if they prove it, it's wrong. It's illegal. But it's a low-level investigation. It's not a mass murder. If that's the best that you've got to devote that much attention to,
Sounds like it's landing.
to go against Letitia
Right.
or to go against Trump, if that's the best that you've got,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, you can let the public know that here's what he did,
Yeah.
and if this is the way you want to do it, just turn it over to the political opponents and let them have at it. All right, that's what the world of dirty politics is all about anyway, right?
Politics is dirty.
Yeah.
Always has been.
Yeah.
Always will be.
Blood sucking
Can be
little critters.
crazy. And we've got a little bit of Shenanigans here in the state of North Carolina. Well, I wouldn't say shenanigans, but we've got a story that just broke here in the state of North Carolina on one of our state representatives.
Yeah.
I saw something. Is
Cecil
that a
Brockman, a
sexual-
Democrat serving his 6th term in the NC House of Representatives, was arrested by the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation and booked into the Guilford County Detention Center in High Point.
What did they claim he did?
Faces charges of taking indecent liberties with a child
Okay, these are critical. Now, these are high-level investigations.
Right.
and
regardless
statutory rape of a minor under the age of 15.
whether it's political or not, politically motivated or not, it's illegal, and that's a heinous crime.
Yes, it is.
And I don't care who tipped them on it. The
Well-
state did an investigation and got you.
There's been calls for him to resign, of course, by some of the other members of the general legislature.
I
But
just let him stay there.
right now, you're innocent until proven guilty.
Yep.
And he's claimed
So
that,
was
of
John
course, he's not.
Jenrette.
He's been there for like 6 terms, I think they said it was. Been there quite a while.
They're 2-year terms.
Quite a while. Yeah.
Once you're in, it's hard to get you out.
Doubt of
This
it
will do
before I
it.
looked.
This will do it. He'll resign.
Oh no, guess what? The court appearance has been delayed after he reported a medical emergency.
Yeah, I got a pain in my butt.
Ah.
Yeah, you go have one.
Oh, he was taken to a local hospital for a medical emergency. He was expected to appear in Guilford County Courthouse at 2 p.m., but a sheriff's deputy announced to people assembled in the courtroom on Thursday.
His
He had it.
passport, y'all. Seize his passport.
Ah, but guess what? The court's going to reconvene today for his first appearance. So we'll see
You can do a
if he
first
shows
appearance from his
up.
hospital bed. You know that, unless he's
Yeah,
under
yeah.
some kind of pain medication. You
Right.
you can do that in his courtroom. I mean, his hospital room. If I was a judge, I'd say, meet me at the hospital.
Yep.
We'll get this over with.
Oh,
right now.
listen to this. The list of elected
Elected.
it's just not coming out. The list of officials who said he should resign included Governor Josh Stein,
Doesn't want any bad stuff coming
House
back.
Speaker Destin Hall, House Majority Leader Brendan Jones, House Minority Leader Robert Rives,
I'm waiting for you to
Senate
say
Minority
the
Leader Sidney Batch, and North Carolina Democratic Party Chair Anderson Clayton. These are all Democrats.
Why isn't Cooper calling for this? Why? Why isn't the Attorney General calling for
Cooper's not getting involved. Cooper's running a
this?
campaign
Yeah, I
right
know
now
he is.
that he's raised over $13.5 million for, and Michael Watley's raised $5.8 million so far, which he did that in one weekend. But I'm telling you, most expensive race in the
And
country
he'll probably
this
get
year.
elected, but in my opinion, Cooper was the second sorriest governor we've had since I've been living.
Purdue was the first, right?
Yeah.
And you've got the state party fighting continuously.
I got these two straight. He was crap as an attorney, attorney general too.
He was.
He didn't do
I
crap.
did not like Cooper, not one bit. Didn't like Cool Bev. Cool Bev. Now Bev was
Talking
something
about
else.
Beverly, that was my daddy's girlfriend. He
But
loved her.
I'm glad that he didn't have any offspring.
He
from her.
loved Bev.
God.
Well, Ms. Purdue, she got involved in an investigation
Yeah.
with a wildlife officer and her son.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was something that, I mean, when you start interfering, and she didn't get involved, she interfered in the investigation. So,
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, she ain't nothing. Anyway, how
Well-
stupid did we become?
I mean, I will tell it when Floyd came. I think it was Floyd. And we were piling up the debris over off the New River. And we were piling some up over close to City Hall.
Yep.
And she came. And I was there.
Bless your heart.
And I went with Diane. Diane had to be there because she was USDA. And the lady said, "Where you, producer? Where you piling up the debris at?"
In your backyard. Hang
And
on.
we're right here on the New River right now, trying to, and she says, and it's floating all the way up to my backyard. If you're filing on the New River, and I
Where does
looked
she
at her.
live?
Yeah, she was talking about New.
I know.
Yeah, and I thought to myself, how do you get that? is unless somehow it went to the inland waterway and went up toward Noose or what, and whatever. And she said that, and I went, my gosh, she's dumb as a brick. And all of us, and one more thing, she had had her cosmetic surgery, and she looked like the Joker. To me, it looked like the Joker's wife because her mouth was like this, it's like that. But I mean, I just shook my head. And I remember Harry Brown said something after he got out of office, he said Cooper was the sorriest governor that he's ever seen. And I said,
he made history.
I said, Bev was. Cooper?
With all his vetoes.
Yeah. When he
most vetoed governor ever.
God almighty knows.
He had that. I wonder if that pen he used to veto everything was actually an auto pen. Just run it through the auto pen.
He had writer's cramp if he didn't.
Run it through the auto pen.
We're getting dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber and more stupid every day. I got examples everywhere, but I'm looking at one right now. It kind of ticks me off. Tuesday in Texas. This is sad, but it's just I can't believe it. A woman was shot dead after she walked through the door going out of at a PetSmart store. Earlier, at another store, 41-year-old Cecilia Simpson held the door open for a 22-year-old woman named Keona Hampton. Keona Hampton. Cecilia holds the door open for this woman half of her age. Cecilia got mad when Hampton, thank you. Do you hold the doors open for people so they'll say thank you?
No.
It's common courtesy for them to say something like that. I
hold the doors open for people because I want to.
I do too.
Okay, and I don't believe a woman.
Anyway, here's what went down. There was a little verbal exchange. First of all, if I held the door open and somebody didn't say thank you, okay, that's fine. That's on you. That's not on me. I don't care. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. After a little verbal exchange, Simpson and her daughter got into their car and they drove to PetSmart. Her daughter entered the store first. She told employees they were being followed by this other woman, Ms. Hampton. Hampton then walked into the store and began arguing with Simpson's daughter. Hampton left the store, returned a few minutes later, starting another argument with the mother, Ms. Simpson. The store people said, get out. Maybe she was told to leave the store.
Should have been.
She then threw a bottle at Simpson's car when Simpson was driving away. That's when the physical fight started. Police say Hampton took out a handgun and shot Simpson 3 times. She was arrested on later that night during a traffic stop, admitted she got into the argument with Simpson, but claimed she only took out the gun when the situation became physical. Why did the situation become physical?
Yeah, she was driving off. Why?
One woman was driving away. She throws a bottle at her. I would have stopped too, but you really should not.
No.
You don't have you do not consider them extremely hostile. And when somebody gets that riled that easily, there's no telling what they will do. Walk away. Simpson did not walk away. Hampton was booked into the jailhouse on a murder charge. Her bail hasn't been set. Good. She's got some anger issues. So help me out here. Anger over the dumbest things. Over stupid stuff. She didn't say thank you, so I just chewed her out. And then she got mad, and then she carried it down. She came to the next door with me, and then she threw a bottle at me, and I got out of the car, and then we fought, and then she killed me.
Over not saying thank you.
Except for the gunfire, we're seeing the same stupidity exhibited every day by those people we stupidly put into the power in Washington.
Yeah.
They argue. They do everything but exchange blows or bullets so far. Counselors I'd love to have Kelly weigh in on this. Is there something in the water we're drinking? Is it greenhouse gases?
I call it not.
Chemtrails.
Yeah.
Chemtrails.
What is causing this stupidity?
Chemtrails.
People are just gone absolutely bonkers out of their ever-loving minds. If you expect somebody to say thank you when you hold the door, then there's a problem in itself. And then when you get angry when they don't, then that's another problem. There's nobody here not at fault.
Well, I call it a lack of manners.
Respect and manners.
All right, Rayford,
Do not expect respect.
your daddy and your mama taught you manners.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Lee, same thing. Mine,
thing.
same thing. Yes, sir.
They
Yes,
had to do
ma'am.
it to you, though, right?
Yeah, sometimes. Because I am hard-headed. But the thing about it is, and that starts at home.
It
And you
does.
see these younger people, and you see these kids, and they're not teaching them manners.
What happened to Miss Manners?
Yeah,
Remember
what
Miss
happened to-
Manners?
Yeah, Miss Manners.
Miss Manners. What's Miss Manners?
Miss
What we
Manners.
They don't have any manners. I mean, teachers. I hear teachers grumbling all the time where the kids are talking back. Let me tell you something what happened to me. If I'd have talked back to one of my teachers, not only would I have got my butt tore up at school, they'd have been a phone call about 6 o'clock when my daddy's sitting there eating his pig feet and neck bones, and the phone was right there by him. And it weren't long, I'd have been back there in the back room.
Here's the
getting my tail tore
problem.
up.
Here's the problem with that versus today. You go do that,
Yeah.
and the child goes to his or her cell phone
And
at age 12 and dials 911. My daddy just beat me with
Yeah,
a belt or
sure
beat
did.
me, spanked me real hard. It hurt.
yeah, you're
And
right.
then you will have two lawmen showing up at your door if you do that, and you could go to jail.
You can.
Domestic
can.
violence. Yes, sirree, buddy.
But that turns into the government got involved,
Government got involved.
and
Government went where
I
government
know
shouldn't go.
there's abuse. I know there's a difference
There's
between
a difference
abuse and
yes.
discipline.
A beating and a spanking are two different
Yeah.
things.
I mean, that's what mom and daddy used to tell me. That's what your butt was put on your body for,
Mhm.
not just to sit down. Now, my mama take that black gum switch. She start from the ankle and go up on that butt. Now, you switch them legs. Daddy, he beat you with the razor strap, and it didn't hurt that bad. But mama, now she didn't know when to quit, especially if she had a Salem cigarette in her mouth. She weren't going to quit. That was her second
Jeez.
He
win.
probably hated those really long.
Lord have mercy, buddy. She said, and beat you, talk to you while she's beating you. And she would take and hit a swack at syllables, not just words. I told you to not do that anymore. And folks, I mean, and I learned a whole lot. And I learned respect, and I respect everybody who deserves it. And I'll give somebody respect when I first meet them. Now you can lose it instantly.
Mhm.
And there's a supervisor at work. I have cussed him out 3 times for stupidity. But he's a high-ranking supervisor, and my supervisor finally came to me after the 3rd time. He said, "Please don't do that anymore." He didn't tell me if I did it, I'd get fired. He said, "Just please don't do it anymore." The big boss man is telling me, asking you, please don't. He said he understands because I'm in the trucking department. I'm not in the construction department. So if you want me to do something that I don't need to be doing, that I know is unsafe, I'm going to tell you. That is not right. That is not safe. We're not going to do it this way. We're going to do it this way. And we have had confrontations, him and I, 3 different times. Now we get along great now. We learned each other. We understood each other.
Right.
And we get along like peace. He can call me. Right now, he's in Virginia. He can call me right now. And you're talking about aliases a while ago. I've got a bunch of aliases. Most of them down there at work don't even know my real name. And I'm the oldest guy there, so everybody calls me Pops. And it's on my shirt.
Those are nicknames.
Yeah, they're
They're
nicknames.
not
But
aliases.
but none of them are documented. And he'll call me and say, "Pops, you going to come into Virginia such and such a day?" Yeah. He said, "Would you bring me this?" Yeah. And I would bring it to him. And so he would call his supervisor, said, "Look, I need this." And Pop said he was going to bring it to me.
Mhm.
Okay, that's fine. But we get along great now. But we had to have an understanding. I was not the stupid truck driver he thought I was.
Yeah, it's completely normal if I'm going in and out of a business to hold the door for someone.
Yes.
I do it to be respectful.
Man, woman, or child.
And to be nice. And if I'm in the grocery store, I will stop, let somebody go by. Or even if I'm passing somebody that's in the aisle and they're looking at something, I say, "Excuse me," as I pass by. It's just, I was taught at an early age to be respectful. You don't see a lot of that now. There's been times I've gone to the grocery store, and when I left there, I was ready to beat somebody up because
You
of
don't need to be shopping then.
the ugliness from some people.
Then ignore
You
it.
know, yeah, you do ignore it, but after a while, Rayford, it gets to the point where you're like, "What is wrong with everybody today?
Oh.
Pack up your stuff and go home." My gosh,
I mean, I've
makes
been,
you furious.
I've been to the same situation where I'll be down the aisle and some of the stuff is kind of high and they're reaching up. And I said, "Can I get that for you?"
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, well, thank you.
Yep,
Yes,
yep.
exactly.
You'll get that one time.
Oh, yeah.
Then don't pay attention to the one time.
I'll get it. I'll get
That
it.
is
I'll get it
very,
myself.
as a normal
Well, you
rule,
go ahead.
That's
we
right.
wouldn't pay attention to it. But
Yeah.
when you go down the next aisle, and there's another one.
Then
And go
don't-
down the next aisle.
then
you
quit
quietly-
offering. Then quit offering.
No, I'm talking about just passing them
Oh.
and saying, "Excuse me," or stopping to let them go by. And the rudeness and it happens occasionally.
Yeah.
It's Sunday morning. Sundays are the worst time to go to the
You're
grocery store.
right.
I'll tell you that right now.
I agree.
But you know, I hold my P's and Q's. I smile. I get my stuff checked out. I get in the truck. I go home and like, "Good golly, Miss Molly, what
I
is?"
just go. I
up?"
know what time the trucks arrive
Yeah.
for Food Lion. They park out back. I just go out back and I shop off the trucks first. While they're taking one load in, I just go from truck to truck, get what I
Well,
need.
And
And
that's why I like to go to the self checkouts. I
Well,
get my
I
stuff.
can't
I go up
stand
there,
But
bag it, gone.
Another one that I see in the grocery store, and I was taught from elementary school to high school. When you walk down the hall, you walk on the right hand side.
Yeah, good luck on that one.
Exactly.
And I do that when I go somewhere. If I'm going down the aisle, I go to the right
right
hand side.
side,
And people are
exactly.
going down, just walking, meeting you, and they're on, I call it the wrong side.
The mall. Right
and I'm
side.
looking like,
right.
are you an idiot? But it's the way I was taught. So I have to go around and do. And Diane is addicted to the little glass bottle Coca-Colas.
Oh, I love those.
And
Get
I
those
keep 'em
cold.
And if Natalie comes home, I've got 2 or 3 cartons waiting on her.
Mhm.
When she goes back, and I get things. And I go in, Walmart has them in Richlands. They're for the Mexicans. I know that, but I get them. But really, I mean, they got a little aisle down there, and they got the 10-ounce ones like we used to get, and they got the little ones, and they're right there at the little Mexican section, and I buy them. And I have had dirty look. What are you getting all them for? And they're not cheap. They're
No, they're-
$6 and something a carton.
Yeah, they're more expensive.
Piggly
for some
Wiggly
reason.
keeps them. And I get them from the Piggly Wiggly right there in Richlands. And I keep them. Now, I buy these because it's 0 sugar. I'm diabetic. And I'll go in there and get my share. And I've had people, "What are you getting all them drinks for?" Well, they'll last me 2 weeks. I'll get about 6 cartons. They'll last me 2 weeks. And I carry them to work with. But people just look at you like I'm supposed to be rationed. Well, this is not the Winn-Dixie anymore. You know when you used to say limit 2? This ain't Winn-Dixie. Get what you need. Because there's Walmart trucks out back there. But people are not courteous anymore.
Hamas and Israel, I guess they're
Tick, tick,
closing in.
tick,
Yeah. When's the
Tick.
first shot going to be fired?
tick.
You're gonna rest assured that with this truce, with the exchange of prisoners and all that sort of good stuff, supposedly the end of Hamas warring against, it's 2 years. This war's been going on for 2 years, as of the 7th,
Yeah.
4th, 7th, whatever. But it's hopefully coming to an end finally, again,
I hope
coming
so.
to an end. So I'll believe it again when I see it. And after it has lasted for a few days, and when all the prisoners have been exchanged. When all of the prisoners have been exchanged, the war is over. Okay? Until the next shot is fired. Now, those will be, hopefully, they will not be a full blown out war because there are going to be factions on both sides that will try to instigate.
Oh yeah.
They will. Israelis will fire. They'll use. Hamas will fire just because they're terrorists. There will be factions there. Hopefully, the leaders will be able to control those issues. It's hard to do, but just because one side fires, please, I hope they just don't go at it again. Just use it as an excuse to continue. That this has been another stupid war. Should never have occurred, but it did. Now we've got pro-Palestinian agitators, they're being called, been accused of being behind a riot Tuesday, now being charged with promotion of anarchy after the melee that left several police officers hurt. The Boston Herald reported that the Suffolk District Attorney's Office on yesterday, upgraded charges for all 13 of these people who had been arrested. They're now accused of violating a state law that makes promotion of anarchy illegal and is a felony charge. Yay. Tuesday night, 200 to 300 people participated in a pro-Palestinian demonstration in downtown Boston that quickly descended into a riot. You get 200 to 300 people. Yeah, that started out as a riot. You just didn't know it. It was a riot in training. 13 people arrested after police said that they became violent toward law enforcement officers. Oh, I'm glad Boston's doing something anyway. Normally they just sit back and twiddle their thumbs because the mayor doesn't want you to get out there and create anything. The district attorney's office said the upgraded charges came after a Boston Police Department review of posters promoting the so-called protest. They got posters. Okay, that's promoting anarchy. The posters feature a quote from a Hamas spokesman and a burning police cruiser. That's enough to upgrade the charges. That's what you call probable cause, idiots. Dumb. It's bad enough that we've got crap within our country that's creating issues, internal strife. But when we're having to deal in this country with the idiotic crap from other countries, if the pro-Palestinian demonstrators want to demonstrate, well, guess what? There's an airplane waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
Go get it. Go over there. Protest where it makes a difference. We, the people of this country, don't care. I don't care. You don't care. You don't care. The majority of the people in this country really don't care about the Palestinian situation. All right? Y'all go over there. Strike up a peace deal. Do whatever you want to do. Do it your way there. Why are you doing it here? You're not going to gain any sympathy here. All you're going to do is antagonize the rest of us. And then we lose respect. I don't care what the Palestinian problem is. Do you?
Mm-hmm.
You have any dog in that fight?
I care about what goes on here.
That's all I'm caring about. And you're bringing nasty to my country. So take your mess and go home. We don't see a whole lot of pro-American stuff in other countries, do we? And if you see too many protests in some of those other countries, pro this or pro that or anti this or anti that, guess where you're going to be? And they're not going to wait to do some official charges. You're just going to be slammed away, locked away, and sooner or later they'll get around to telling you why they got you. There is no due process. Go to Moscow and tell them what you think sometime. Let me know how it works out for you. 4
Yes,
cops
sir.
were hurt during this riot.
It's ridiculous.
Your riot was not worth 4 cops being
Mhm.
hurt. I don't care what your cause was. We don't care. You hurt 4 of ours. Go away.
Horrible. Well, I got some good news early this week. The last of the 10 inmates that escaped from the Orleans Parish Justice Center in May of this year has been captured this week, a couple days ago.
Didn't they walk away? They didn't escape, did they?
Well, pretty much. They ripped a toilet from the wall and broke metal bars around the hole in the wall
A
before climbing down a hall and running across the highway.
A tarp.
Yes.
Was that what the Orleans Parish said was a way to keep people in? Why didn't they use some thread?
Well, anyway, the runaway inmate,
That's
28-year-old Derek Groves, was taken into custody in Atlanta, Georgia, following a brief standoff. They did find him hiding in the crawl space of a home. And 5 months it took them, but they got the last of the 10. Yay. Go Atlanta.
They didn't have Sheriff Boudreaux down there with them.
Well, let's talk about sheriffs. Sheriff Grady.
Oh, yeah.
I love
He's
him.
tough now. There's another one down there I've looked at. I can't remember his name right now, but he's
Sheriff
pretty
Grady
tough. Too.
Judd.
Yes, sir. Grady Judd's tough.
Out of Polk County.
If you ever want to go down there and visit something, go down there and look at his jail. And you think it's a prison. Because I went down there one time years ago. He wasn't sheriff then. But it was Polk County. And I said, am I in the wrong place? When I pulled up, I'm looking for the Polk County jail. And the guy says, well, you're here. I said, this is a prison. This ain't no jail. The biggest jail I ever seen in my life.
I really like, he's a Republican too.
Yeah.
Oh, in spite of that, he's all right.
I'm looking to see if he's married.
Oh, Grady?
Yeah, Grady Judd. I may have to.
You're going to relocate.
She's gonna
She's gonna
I have to
relocate.
relocate to Florida.
Yeah.
I just so enjoy watching his videos.
I do
He
too.
is hilarious.
Graveyard. He loves Jerry Clark. Talking about
my
graveyard
gosh.
dead.
Oh my gosh.
If you do this, you will be shot
yes.
and shot again.
Well, I like when he came on it a couple of weeks ago doing a presser, and he was wearing all these gold chains that they had taken off the guy they had arrested. We got your stuff. Man, it's crazy.
He is.
I love him.
All right, let's bring you guys up to date. The Mom Fest has been waiting for that to find out what happens.
Yes.
They Swansboro Mullet Festival is off.
Okay. Yes.
And mayor has told you that
Mhm.
Mayor Justice said that they will do something in a week with
Next
all the
weekend.
fish that they've got on hand.
Yeah.
I hope so. And then,
Biggest fish fry we've seen in a long time.
yeah, and that's going to be primarily for the vendors, right?
Well, what they're going to do is they're going to set up an event next weekend, weather pending, of
For the
course.
vendors.
And the vendors that have already paid to be a part of the Mullet Festival will be there, and they will have different things going on. They've got all that fish they have to cook. They will not. The parade's done. No parade this year.
Correct.
But if you will check the Town of Swansboro's formal Facebook page, they will be updating everybody on what's going on. But
We got a football game here in Jacksonville tonight.
Yay.
There's no indication it's going to be canceled or postponed or whatever.
not whatsoever
Because
yet.
waiting for the weather, they can play football unless it's lightning.
Correct.
If it's lightning, then they will put it off. I'm sure if it's a downboard, they will
Delay it.
they will. Once they start a game, unless lightning comes in, they're going to continue playing the game.
Right.
So you guys, like us, if you're going, I would strongly suggest, because even if it starts raining and they're going to continue playing, and you don't want to stay there, you better have something to keep you dry
Mm-hmm.
on your way back to your car. And you remember that little stupid thing that cost you $1,000 for a cell phone?
Yeah.
A little bit of water goes a long ways
Yeah.
to getting you a new cell phone. And
Yeah.
if you get it wet, your insurance, if you got it, doesn't work.
Keeps it dry.
Keeps it dry.
Put it in your
Not
shirt.
necessarily.
Well, I wasn't going to say shirt, but yeah.
We
know where you put
Rayford,
it.
you don't know you're not a female.
I could be. The National
mama
Night
had more
Out
stuff.
tomorrow, the National Night Out that begins about 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, or 4 o'clock tomorrow, the Commons is not on hold. is on wait and see. They will let everybody know no later than 10 o'clock tomorrow, whether
Sure.
it's on or not.
Sure.
The weather, I mean, it should have been raining now. It's not. I saw some blue sky out there a little while ago. We do have wind. At the beaches, we got rough. The Commons is not at the beach. There will be some wind, but it's not going to be 40 knot winds even at the Commons. Okay, it's too far from the ocean. It's what they call a coastal storm. Coastal storm means, guess what? The beaches.
Yeah.
It's hugging the beaches. We can get spillover from it. Further inland you are, you will get possibly some rain, maybe not. You don't know yet. We just don't know. I was looking at the radar this morning, and everything where the big rain was in the ocean, offshore. So
Sure.
if this stupid thing will pop up again, let's just take a look at the radar right there.
Yeah,
You see
there
that
you go.
radar right
Yep.
there? It's in the ocean.
Yeah.
It's hugging the coastline.
But it's getting ready to do this.
But we don't know whether. No, it's not.
Yeah, you can
No.
watch. Watch, you can see a little bit of circulation
It'll
there.
turn, but it'll circulate, but you ain't going to
Yeah.
say, yeah.
It's starting to form.
Too cool.
Nah.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to
No,
it.
I'm with you, Tim.
I mean, you see it moving in.
Yep.
Okay, now for
See
you
it?
guys close at home right now, today, effective today, beginning at noon, lasting until 4 o'clock. Don't get excited if you live aboard Camp Lejeune and your lights go out. It's not my fault. Number one, I'll tell you that.
That's your
There
fault.
is a scheduled, planned power outage. They're going to turn your lights off
Yep.
for many areas of Camp Lejeune beginning at noon today. It should be back by 4 o'clock. It will affect large portions of Mainside Lejeune, including the industrial area, Marine Corps Exchange Complex, Adnot Point, and Wallace Creek areas. Essential capabilities on Mainside will continue, according to the base, to remain operational on backup power. The commissary will remain open during normal business hours. Mainside Medical Building 15 will close at 11:30 this morning. Mainside Medical Building 15 will close at 11:30 this morning. The ID Card Center won't close in less than an hour, 45 minutes. It closes at 09 for you folks who understand that. 9 a.m., the ID Card Center closes. The Wallace Creek Fitness Center will open from 4 o'clock this morning. It's open now, but it's going to close at noon. They'll reopen after fire comes on, and they'll be open until 8 o'clock. You fitness buffs, go ahead and get your stuff or come back after 4 because they're going to shut down at noon.
Yeah.
The main exchange will be open from now until 11 o'clock. They will close for the remainder of the day. There are other area businesses, aboard Camp Lejeune, marine marts, and restaurants will have adjusted hours or will be closed all day. You can just check and see. But just you're forewarned. If you need to do anything, go do it now or wait till 9 o'clock and then go do it so you can stay listening. But just keep in mind that significant portions of Camp Lejeune going to shut the power off at noon today. I wonder what it's all about. Replacing some main power lines or substations or
Yes.
something is what I'm going to
Substation.
guess.
Some type of
Yeah,
electrical.
I will say I would say substation work and maybe putting in some new oil switches.
Yeah.
You know,
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
But anyway, that's going to be happening today. It's just a coincidence that is happening during this coastal storm. So don't get excited. The hurricane has not come. It's not coming.
Yeah, it was long
Okay,
schedule.
how's that?
Very good.
Yeah, the Swansboro Festival is off. Cardinals game is still tonight, and where are we playing again tonight?
J.H.
Oh yeah, the Rose people coming down from Greenville.
Mhm.
Maybe the road will, maybe they'll get. Wonder if their activity bus will break down on the way here.
I don't know, but last week when we saw the
I
Onslow
smell
County
sabotage.
activity bus broke down, We got 3 different stories on what school it was.
Oh,
Does
no,
anybody actually know which school it was?
I don't know. Don't care.
That door is freaking me out. It keeps opening and closing.
Well,
and
you just
opening.
don't close it all the way when you close it.
I didn't. And then it's going.
It's because the wind is blowing.
And then it
We got
slams.
a draft going through
like,
here. It's all
Watch,
right.
it's going to open all by itself in a minute, and it's
No, it won't.
closed. It will.
It's
It's done
latched.
it.
Only if somebody.
No, I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, I forgot that he's in there.
Yeah,
I forgot
I'm
that.
telling you, yes. Okay, weather. Excuse me.
Did that feel good?
It's my sinuses are draining right down into the
You
back.
should've called.
You did it, Tim. You brought it
You
in.
should have called.
was fine.
I got the cure at the house. You should have called me. I could have brought you a bottle of it, and it's not
Right.
liquid. You don't drink it.
Right.
Why does it come in a bottle if it's not liquid?
Well, it's a pill.
Oh, bottle of pills.
Bottle of pills.
I don't take
They're
those.
legal.
Marine forecast out
It's
to 20
not
nautical
no-
miles today. Northeasterly winds 25 to 30. They're breezy, diminishing to 20 to 25 this afternoon. Seas 6 to 9 feet, 3 to 5 near shore. No, don't even try it. If you want to go fishing today and you want to fish in the ocean, fish near shore, go to one of the fishing piers. If you can find one open, do that. If not, put yourself a 5-ounce lead, maybe an 8-ounce lead, some heavy line, and toss it out there near the sandbar with a big chunk of bait on it. You might catch something there. Just don't get out in the water. It's nasty. It's ugly. Don't do it. Sounds and rivers, very rough, diminishing to rough this afternoon. A slight chance of showers tomorrow. Northeasterly winds 20 to 25, gusts to 30. 7 to 10 foot seas. Those are big waves. 4 to 6 near shore. Sounds and rivers rough. A chance of thunderstorms tomorrow. Northerly winds 20 to 25 with gusts to 35 on Sunday. Seas 8 to 11 feet. 5 to 7 near shore. Sounds and rivers rough. Showers likely, mainly in the morning. It sounds like this stuff is going to kind of hug our coast as it moves on up slowly.
Today, mostly cloudy with a high near 74. Northeast winds around 14 miles per hour with gusts as high as 24. Tonight, a chance of showers and thunderstorms late. Cloudy with a low around 61. Saturday, showers are likely and possibly a thunderstorm high near 71. And Sunday, a chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a high near 72. Bring in that cool weather.
So we talk about yesterday the stuff in Portland, Chicago, and other things. We talk about this gas station attendant that got stabbed. Maybe not.
I don't recall us
I
talking
don't
about that.
remember that one.
No.
We do not need any more stinking laws to deal with the criminals in this country. We got plenty of laws. We probably could remove a large percentage of the criminal laws we have on our books today and be able to streamline what's going on. Unless you're in Portland, Chicago, or similar towns with mindless leaders, the police enforce the laws just fine. As soon as the police take the lawbreakers, they arrest to the first step of the judicial process. It's a crapshoot as to whether justice will be served. Reminds me of all those baby sea turtles, hatchlings, being released to head for the ocean. Only a small percentage survive the seagull gauntlet. More are picked off by predators in the shallows, and the numbers continue to dwindle every day until only a single-digit percentage of the hatchlings become adults. So let's go to Indiana. There are no sea turtles there. 41-year-old Courtney Boos was arrested and charged with stabbing a 69-year-old gas station attendant. His arrest history and the crimes he has been charged with previously surfaced. Boos, at age 41, has been arrested 99 times over the years on charges ranging from theft, trespassing, battery, and more. Somehow, this menace has not served even one day in prison. He's been in jail, but not prison. There were dozens of convictions and a lot of dismissals spanning 2 decades, mostly low-level felonies and misdemeanors such as theft, criminal trespass, and panhandling. Even when convicted, Booth typically received short county jail terms or was given time served. He's the poster child for being an habitual criminal. Why was he still on the streets? A few days into this local jail or that one, every cop, every prosecutor, every level of the judicial system was aware of what kind of low-life criminal animal he was, but no one did anything about it. Indianapolis Fraternal Order of Police President Rick Snyder blasted the situation as proof that repeat offenders are being turned back onto the streets faster than officers can arrest them. Not only was this clown a menace, even the time it takes police to arrest, process, then transport to jail is ridiculous. At least an hour, unless there are delays at any of those steps along the way. Nothing new, but never this bad. I watch people get arrested, and before the cop making the arrest can get back on patrol, the clown is walking out the door. 10 to 1, there are lawmen out there right now who have arrested the same guy at least twice on the same night. I know for a fact that some hookers were working off the bondsman's fee after the first arrest on an evening, only to get popped a second time back on the streets that same night. Paul Buchanan, Jack Bright, speak up, you know.
Yeah.
Those days actually happened here in Jacksonville. In Indiana, a gas station attendant, likely resisting Booth, is stabbed. Chances are his recovery will take longer than Booth will spend in prison. The stupidity has already started. 99 convictions, and the prosecutors have reduced his charges from attempted murder to aggravated battery. He stabs a man so severely that he's hospitalized. He was charged with attempted murder, as he rightfully should have been charged. You don't accidentally stab a man. You got a knife and you go after him. That's willful. That's felonious. You got 99 convictions behind you. You know what you're doing. You know, example has been set that you're going to get out. You're not going to keep you in jail. It's not a big deal. You'll go in, they'll clean you up, you'll be fine. The prosecutors reduced that attempted murder charge to aggravated battery. He will walk the streets sooner than that gas station attendant will be back at work fully recovered.
Well, we need to
Talk
get
to
down.
me about justice sometime.
Yeah.
Y'all bleeding heart liberals. 99 times and not one day in prison. Not a day in prison.
Yeah, there's a lot of
You know,
windows
when you
in
get
our system.
3, 4, 5, 10 convictions, the judge should look at that and say, you know what, dude, I'm going to make an example of you. They do it for drivers who are driving cars. There have been speeders. I've watched many a speeder. He doesn't learn.
You can get more trouble speeding you can stabbing somebody nowadays. You really can. Because it goes,
Speed, well,
So true.
first of all, DMV doesn't count on the courts to do anything.
no,
DMV could snatch your license up
right now.
just because.
Yeah.
Just because.
They make you pee in the cup.
Uh-huh.
They make you stop
That's
me right now. It's a pee in this cup. And they've got all your information. And when they go have it tested, in fact, they got a strip.
I need
They
a
can put it in the
bucket.
strip
Oh,
right
got a
then.
sample. Yep.
I can't do the cup.
Well, they'll help you out.
You guys have it easy doing the cup. Women can't do cups.
Well, you can.
We need like buckets.
Well, we can fix that. It's called a transmission funnel. We can stick it. I mean, I've told about
can't
that.
do
Usually
a
when I
cup.
first started trucking, I had a water hose right through the floorboard, and I had a transmission funnel. Because I got paid by the mile, and if I was stopped, I didn't get paid, and I'm greedy.
You go to the doctor and they hand you a little teeny Dixie cup,
Yeah.
and they say pee in the cup.
Well, I'll go by
ridiculous.
one of the auto parts stores today, and I'll get you a funnel,
need
and
a
you can carry it
funnel.
with you.
I'm just like,
Be glad to help out. I'm that kind of guy.
Just don't use it for gasoline first.
Exactly.
yeah,
Well,
I know.
Your
that.
truck don't take death. Your truck don't take death. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, they had
I
to eat
just
it.
had to interject that. I'm sorry.
They had an idiot south of Columbia about a month ago. He was running out of death. And he would use the bathroom in drink bottles. He's running out of DEF. So dummy gets out, takes those drink bottles, starts pouring it in the DEF tank. Well, it is urine, but it's strained, purified urine. That won't work. PP won't work. It will clog up your nozzles and what have you. And that idiot, he drove about 2 miles. He drove about 2 miles and she cut right off. And I found out about it about 3-4 days later.
That's just to laugh at.
I'm telling you, he did it. He was that dumb because it explains to you when you put DEF on diesels, it is urine, strained urine. It is purified urine. It smells like it.
It ain't
like
water.
It ain't water. But he had saved his pee bottles and he was pouring it in there. He didn't go far.
Did he think he was going to, really cut his fuel bill?
Well, yeah. And DEF is not cheap. I mean, if you go buy it, it's about $4 a gallon now. And I mean, I buy it in bulk and I put it in the tank. But yeah. And they're trying real hard to get the Trump administration.
About 400 people right now are trying to ask you
in
their heads,
what is DEF?
why do you use it?
Because the law, the EPA, thank you, says we have to have it to cut out emissions. So what happens, you have a catalytic converter that is similar to what's on your car, and when it fills up, it turns into a certain temperature, and the urine sprays into it, and it gets hot and burns it out.
Hey.
And sometimes, folks, you can see a truck going down the highway, and for a brief period, you may see some white smoke come out. Yeah, and that is what is called DEF. It's diesel exhaust fluid is what it's called. In Europe they call it urea. Down here we call urea is a type of fertilizer. It is a high grade nitrogen. We have to use it. Now the Trump administration has signed in note for the EPA because they had too much control. Because that is another reason your grocery bill went up. Because used to you didn't have to buy all this stuff, but see that cost passes on to the consumer. Everything.
Sure it does.
How do you clean
that?
How do you clean out that if you don't use this? How do you clean out your?
You don't. If you have a truck,
then why isn't that going to mess you up your mileage?
No. In fact, if you use DEF, it cuts your mileage.
Okay, well let's go back. Then why have this device in there?
Because the EPA says we have to have it.
But I know why the legal.
It cuts out the cancer causing agents that are in the diesel smoke.
When it gets clogged up, what does it do?
Well, it burns out, and if it doesn't burn out, you pull over on the side of the road and you spend about $3,000 later getting it cleaned out.
Dumb.
Because it didn't work.
So this DEF is benefits y'all too.
No, it actually hinders us.
But if you don't use it and your machine screws up,
yeah,
then it's going to cost you money to fix it.
Yeah. So anything with an engine that's year 2000 or older doesn't have to have it. So you got a lot of people that's why your older diesel trucks now are so expensive. People are buying those, using those, so they don't have to buy the DEF, and their fuel mileage is a little bit better. But when you see them going down the road, you see some black smoke coming out of the exhaust. Mm-hmm. And if you see a truck going down the road, you don't see the black smoke. He's probably using DEF. Now, technology has come a long way.
Couldn't you just throw a little extra high-test gasoline in there and burn it out?
I might not want to do that because she would explode. She would explode. But it's just they have already Trump administration. There's a valve called the EGR valve, and it would also send. And they're trying to cut the EGR valve out, and that will help the fuel mileage. But folks, this is one of the reasons your grocery bill is as high as it is.
Okay, now let's go back to the gentleman with the extra fluid he needed to get rid of, and he got rid of it. Is there a filter that he could put on that bottle that he could filter that stuff?
No, it has to be machine filtered. It has to be purified.
Well, can you not save a bunch of it? Just store it?
Well, you can haul. Most people, if they long haul truckers, you can buy deaf in a 2-gallon jug. And if you go to a store and see it, that 2-gallon jug is wrapped in cardboard because there's two things that deaf does not like, and it will contaminate it. That is sunlight and water. Sunlight and water. I had to take a class on it. And that's why if you see a deaf jug, it's usually wrapped up in cardboard to hide the sunlight. And if you've got a 55-gallon jug of it sitting underneath the shelter and it sweats and a drop of water gets into it, it's going to contaminate it. When it gets into your system, that water will stop that pump and that nozzle.
Yes, it will.
And then what else it'll do, it will cause that death to crystallize. And if you get one little small crystal in that nozzle, it's going to stop.
Okay. An illegal immigrant who pleaded guilty to killing a South Carolina college student in a hit and run will be released next year after completing his 1-year sentence. An illegal pleaded guilty to killing a South Carolina student in a hit and run will be released next year after he does his
Crazy.
1-year sentence.
Yep.
Rosalie Fernandez Cruz was admitted to the State Department of Corrections on August 14th, 2025. This year.
Yeah.
His projected release date is March 2nd, 2026. That's not a year. Fernandez Cruz pleaded guilty to hit and run resulting in death, the most serious of several charges against him. There was no plea agreement. Prosecutors informed the judge of his other traffic-related charges, but the judge decided on the ridiculous, stupid 1-year sentence that he won't even serve that.
Yeah.
Fernandez Cruz was accused of failing to yield and striking the victim who was on a motorcycle. The illegal alien then fled the scene. Fernandez Cruz was wanted by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement even before the wreck. 2 years after he was first arrested at the border, an immigration judge in Charlotte ordered Fernandez Cruz to be deported to El Salvador. That never happened. After his release, Fernandez Cruz is going to be taken into ICE custody. He will be deported next March. In other words, someone else did not do their job before this college kid was killed. If he had, that kid, a junior, would be graduating next spring just after this idiot Cruz is released from prison for serving, 9 months, 8 months of a 1-year sentence. He killed a person as an illegal alien and took off. You understand, that's a felony everywhere. I knew a guy, I didn't know him, but I did the wreck in Pender County, driving home with a carload of fellow Marines going north on 17 and near Hempstead. And so we're dipped down in the road there where it turns into a golf course. 2 teenagers were walking across the road after midnight. They got about 18, 19 years old, stopped to go get, or had walked over down the street to go get a Pepsi or whatever they had, soft drinks. And I saw it in the bottles. I can see them right now. They were walking across the road, and he came along flying, and he hit them. One of them was dragged underneath the car for over 100 feet. They were both bloody pulps. One was on the hood of the car for just a few
Okay,
feet.
Raver.
And these 2 kids, this
no.
Marine was finally caught. And you know what his statement? I thought I hit a deer.
Oh, yeah.
Thought I hit a deer.
Yeah, okay. Sure. It's crazy.
And he went to prison.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he went to prison.
Should have.
Sad. We see so much of that.
This guy, who's from El Salvador, here illegally,
Yes.
kills a motorcyclist, a student, and leaves.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to you, Tim.
That's what happened to the guy that did the U-turn on the turnpike. They caught him at the airport. Headed back to India. Had all his money. Headed back to India. And they got him. He killed those 3 people right on the turnpike, making a U-turn in the middle of the interstate.
I'm tired of talking about death. I've got a hot story for you.
Okay. I guarantee you have.
It's a hot story.
I bet you I can see the glow in you now.
It's kind of fun, but I don't know. I'm sure Rayford's going to give his opinion on this.
I hope so.
It's about a couple from South Carolina who's landed in hot water over their fiery and elaborate Halloween decoration.
Oh.
What they did, they have a 2-story house, and they have put these big orange flickering type fake candles in the windows that make it look like fire, and they have smoke machines that have smoke coming out of the house, and it makes it look like the house is on fire. And at first glimpse, the decor appears to be a smoky light show that has been made using special effects to give the illusion of a burning home. The fire department has been called endless times to the home by people passing by and thinking that the home was on fire. Last year, they did a similar display and put a video out there and begged people, don't call 911.
Yeah.
But, they're taking a lot of heat for this one right now. But you talk about an elaborate decoration.
That could be a menace,
Could be.
and they can declare that a problem.
Yeah.
Well, the fire department issued a statement on it, and they said the first year we were inundated with phone calls from people driving by the home. This year hasn't been as bad. We've only had a few calls from the people who are new to the area. The official stated the fire department is sending a truck every time they get ensure the safety of citizens. Is bad practice not? And ethically, I can't take that liability. But the fire department said they're smiling.
Yeah, I mean, every time
it's a two-way street on that.
well, every time that fire truck goes out, it costs taxpayers money.
Oh, sure it does.
You got to think about that. Plus, if they're going out on this call and it's a false call, and somebody else's house catches on fire,
but could you imagine people? It's just like Christmas time. You have some that do nothing. You have some that do a little, and you have some that go all out.
Yeah.
And these people go out. This is their second year. They're an engaged couple, and they love decorating their home. Me, I think it's a little much.
Yeah.
But wow.
Well, folks, for you guys who drive on Country Club Drive, there's a house here. There are a couple of them. One down the street from here near Marion Place, intersection of Marion Place and Country Club Drive. There's a great display there. Beautiful display. They do all go all out year round.
Yes.
There are no real vampires coming out of those boxes. Further up the street, that really tall giants that they got in the yard, one of them without a head.
Yeah.
Nobody really cut the head off. Okay. Those displays are cool.
Yeah.
Wow, what a lot of work to put them up.
Do you realize that this Halloween this year is on a Friday night?
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
I'm glad I'm not
It's our homecoming too.
Yes.
Halloween homecoming.
We should dress up.
I'm so glad I'm not on.
Outfits to
I'm
go
not
to
a
the
bouncer
game.
at a bar. On how that's the worst time to work a bar.
Oh,
Because it's going
worst
to
time
be a costume
anywhere.
party. I've been involved in that. When
Payday
I worked for
weekend.
AJ. Yes. And
I had,
oh my gosh.
11 o'clock news. We did a live shot from downtown Wilmington,
Right.
the bar scene, and I forgot my young reporter's name. Can't remember them all. She was standing out there, had a live camera on her, and the whole crowd of people around her walking back and forth across the streets and everything. And one guy, camera guy, saw it, and he pointed to her. She turned around and said, "Oh my God." He was exposing, but he really wasn't. It wasn't his that he was exposing. It was a fake, but he was walking the streets with it.
He was the flasher.
He was a flasher.
Yeah, my nephew did that.
Artificial intelligence.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, wasn't there a song about the flasher? Who did
That
that?
was a streaker.
The streaker.
The streaker.
Yeah.
Okay, same
Ray
thing.
Steve.
Ray
Ray
Stevens.
Stevens.
We called it running naked.
Yeah, running
Naked.
naked. We had one
You
of
didn't
those.
have bathing suits. You
We
just ran
used to
naked.
have a streaker living sitting right beside us in here. You know that, right? At college, she streaked across campus.
Yeah, remember her?
She
Kelly.
wasn't in college. She was
was in high
16
school.
years
Yeah.
old,
Kelly.
and she
Kelly.
did it at an outdoor movie theater.
Is that where it was? At a movie
Yes.
theater?
Yeah, it was outdoors.
At a
She got
drive-in
dared.
theater.
It was a drive-in theater. She
Yeah.
got dared to
Well, there
do
was
it.
somebody
She's
else.
just like,
There's somebody else I know really well that did it at campus.
not me.
Well, I know that.
Well, we know
I had a
another
cousin did it
co-host
downtown Richland.
that used to dance using a pole.
Hey now.
Yeah. He told us that the other day.
Who did?
Chris. Yeah, it was on our
He
chat.
was a Chippendale, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was a strip. I don't know. We'll have to get that sorted
Did you ever
out.
go one of those mail reviews?
No, why do I
Then
need
Did
to go
you?
there?
No. You
Just
just
walk downtown
I
and
think
see it.
you would at least work security.
You
For free.
averted. You
I
averted
might
your
have worked
eyes.
security.
Yeah,
You-
see?
You averted your eyes when you answered me. You didn't look at me. So
Yeah.
did you ever go into one of those events?
Maybe in an official capacity, but
See?
never as
Now,
someone
see, she's
sitting.
still not looking at me, is she?
Yep.
Someone sitting in the audience watching. No.
So you stood and watched what was going on.
Yeah, she didn't have
Right
a suit.
close to the stage.
Yeah, I was going to say
See,
you got a better view,
That
right?
is,
She had a little
see,
badge on too.
when you've got those little captain bars on your
Yeah.
collar, you could tell the others, you go stand by the door and I go to the stage.
See?
I have to protect the people.
Rank has its privileges.
That's
Yes,
right.
it does.
RHIP.
Yeah, we know. And she had fresh contacts on too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The super blue ones.
Yeah.
Were you handing out cards with your telephone number on?
For a good time. Call
No,
in.
most everybody has my telephone number or has had it. I didn't
I'm
have
sorry?
to do that. Yeah. You haven't.
Well,
You
yeah.
haven't. See, everybody has my telephone number.
Yeah.
Well, we're not everybody.
I've had the same number for over 30 years. So,
I've had
anyway.
mine for a long time.
hey, let me tell you about this 51-year-old man arrested in Polk County. And he was taken
he's
to
in
jail
trouble.
on drug charges. I love this story. You had to watch the sheriff
Sheriff,
talk about it.
Sheriff Grady.
Yes. But what deputies found on a body scan inside the suspect
Hmm.
is something that Sheriff Grady Judd described as never seen before. Where they got a call about a naked man inside a bathroom at a public park. When
Well,
deputies,
naked men could go to bathrooms, you know. That's
Well,
what you
naked
do.
men.
That's
When-
what you do when you go to a bathroom.
Yeah.
You get naked, right?
Well, when deputies arrived, however, the man, later identified as Walter Freimeyer, was fully clothed. Judge said the deputies trespassed Freimeyer from the park but did not arrest him. Yeah, trying to give the guy a break. According to Sheriff Judd, the man then walked across the street onto railroad tracks where he trespassed again and was arrested. During his arrest, deputies found meth on him
Mhm.
and he found out, ran a check on him, and he's got 25 prior arrests and has been to state prison 5 times. And
Should've kept
so, what they generally do, which they do right here at the county jail, and when you get ready to put somebody into the jail,
You
you
let me
run
search.
them through a body scanner to make sure they're not trying to bring guns or other things into the jail. But what they found inside his body was really strange. It was a thermos bottle. He brought a thermos bottle into jail. Sheriff Grady said, "That's right. He put it in the exit ramp."
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what I mean?
I'm just doing the visual on
Yeah.
this. How big is this thermos bottle?
Was
Sheriff
it a Yeti?
And
It
did
was-
it have a handle on it?
It was about this size, like
Oh,
this
okay.
16-ounce bottle of Dr. Pepper. It was a regular thermos. They showed a picture of it. And I don't know how. But anyway, he was able to insert it in his body, as the sheriff said, through the exit ramp. But while the sheriff is telling the story,
Did he give him a wrong way ticket?
while the sheriff is telling the story, he's got a thermos that looks like the thermos that
Oh,
was
my.
in. And he's just sitting there drinking his coffee. And I
Oh,
was
God.
like, you're crazy, man. You're crazy. But they had to, now see, now it's on the county to have to pay the medical charges to have this thermos
Taken out.
taken
Extract.
out
Oh,
of
no,
the.
you don't.
Oh yeah,
1 pound of X-Lax will
Yeah.
do it.
Yep.
I don't know. There's
Smooth
enough
move, baby.
Mhm.
Smooth.
I
That's
don't
what we
know.
used to call it.
Well, it just how I don't know how in the world. Strange, but you can see the X-ray right here. I can show it to you. You can't see it on the everybody on YouTube. I'll put the link on there.
I know it, man.
And
Sheriff Grady real happy. to
how
do
does he
that
get
one.
these people?
You ain't
He
been
gets
to
the
Florida?
craziest people.
You've never. I lived in Florida for 4 years. I can tell you this. And the further south you go, the worse it gets. And when you get to Key West, it's on. Now I'm telling you.
Well, Key West is a strange place.
Yeah, I mean,
Waters
most
are
of-
beautiful.
I
Yeah,
have not been
By day, it's
there
cool. At
many,
nighttime,
years.
no.
Man, people
Get
I
back
mean,
in the car, go north.
crazy.
I had to spend. I spent 2 nights down there, not consecutive, but I spent 2 nights, and I found out the ratio in 1993
Mm.
was 7 women to 1 straight man. I mean, they schooled you on that. They let you know. Oh yeah, you could go down there. Said a straight man could go down there, broke as a convict, and be filthy rich in 3 months because the women would take care of him because he was straight. Okay, but this old farm boy from Onslow County, North Carolina, went down there, and I just saw stuff I'd never believe. You might
yes.
hear about it.
It looked like the sideshow in a circus.
It did every day. I mean, the whole time.
Yep.
And whew,
By day, it's got some cool stuff down there. It's
Yeah.
got lots of history.
Wow. Yeah, you have another sheriff in the state of Kentucky
Mhm.
that's in some hot water and announced that he is resigning after he was urged by the governor of the state to step down. He was arrested after his 3rd DUI charge in less than 2 years.
Mm.
He was arrested in Mason County on Tuesday after he allegedly drove more than 110 miles an hour through the county and nearly flipped his car multiple times. He told his sheriff deputies he was looking for a vehicle he had last seen near the Mason-Robertson County line on US 68 and that he was trying to find him.
Was it illegal aliens from Mars that he was looking for, driving a spaceship?
I don't
at that speed?
know, but the sheriff's name is Terry Grace, 48, and he's resigning from his job as a sheriff. 3 DUIs in less than 2 months, I said. Yeah, I mean, seriously?
He's got some other
What's
issue
going
somewhere.
on in Kentucky? You have the Sheriff Mickey Steins that will soon, his trial will be starting, hopefully, maybe this year, after he shot a judge in the chambers. I mean, Kentucky, what's going on?
Hey, that one's going to be an interesting one in front of a jury.
Oh, yeah, because now they're
There's a
trying, his
whole lot of
defense
stuff coming out.
attorneys are trying to claim mental illness now.
Well, there's a
For
whole
the
lot of
sheriff.
stuff with the judge, too.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot going on. There was a lot going on in that county there that had to do with sex and payment for other things.
Yep.
So, oh, yeah, it had a big ring going on there.
Speaking of the thermos guy, could you imagine?
No.
Could you imagine going into Onslow County Jail with that and Sheriff Woodward was what's going on?
Son,
Could you hear?
son,
Looks like we got a predicament here. Could
Son.
you just imagine that? I mean, you knew him as well as I did.
I
I
know him very
love
well.
Billy Woodward and
Oh,
love
my gosh,
Junior
isn't he
too.
something?
I really I loved him, but dearly. I mean, he was one finger away from putting my butt in prison, and he helped me out. So it was just, to me, I mean, Chris is my cousin. I love him, but in my era, to me, I love Billy Woodward more than any of the rest. You know,
Bill was cool.
I loved him.
I did too. I'll never forget the day he called me, Lane, we have a warrant for your arrest. And I'm like, what?
I will not be taken
He
alive.
said, come on down and let's get it taken care of.
Yep.
And the whole thing was trying. It was, I maced somebody.
And
They
I-
deserved it. They
I
earned it.
was a big fan of Ed Cole too. I mean, he called me up
I
one time.
remember him.
I love the Ed Cole. Ed Cole called the
I
house.
remember him.
Junior, There's a warrant down here on my desk. You need to come down here and talk to me. What? Yeah, there's a warrant with your name on it. You need to come down here. Went down there, and I was scared to death. And I looked, and they had the full name. I said, there's a little problem here, Mr. Ed. What's wrong? That's not my middle name. What? That's not my middle name. We might need to check that out. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I was 18 years old, but that's not my middle name, Mr. Ed. I don't know what you're talking about. And he couldn't find out it wasn't me. It was somebody else.
Close enough.
Yeah.
We got you right now.
Got me right now.
I'm gonna hold on to you until we find somebody.
But I
to take your
stayed
place.
there for 2 hours and sat there and talked with Ed Cole, and I thoroughly enjoyed the man. And he's just a great guy. I mean, we had folks back there. I respected those folks. I mean, you were taught to, but when you got to know them, they were down to earth people.
Very much so.
And Daddy was a popular guy in Oslo County because he was service tech so everybody knew Daddy. And most of them, they called me Junior. Daddy's actual name was Raleigh Thomas Jr., but they called me Little Raleigh or Junior or Junior. And, but yeah, I mean, great guy. I mean, and I'm talking about folks sitting, I'm telling on my age, but it was just a fantastic bunch of people.
Who was a female clerk of court? I'm trying to remember her name.
Mildred
Thomas.
Mildred Thomas, yes.
Another cousin.
She was clerk of court for how many years?
Oh my God, was it
120?
Yeah.
120. She lived right over there on Thomas Humphrey Road.
And remember, she had, if you ever went in her office, if you looked under her desk, she had a Coca-Cola crate sitting there where she put her feet on.
Yeah.
In fact,
that's what we should have gotten for one of our commissioners.
Yeah.
Rayford.
What?
I'm sorry, I'm a little slow, but you're right.
It's Tim today.
I'll find one. I'll do my best. I mean, it may not be Coca-Cola, but I'll find
care what
one.
it is. They're hard to find.
Yeah.
God, I wish I'd kept
I
everyone I
know.
ever had.
We used to.
I got a few at the house.
We used to, when we were kids, walk up to the Rambler place that was owned by Mr. Pelletier, go to the Coke machine there, and the ice cold bar.
If Daddy was working, he'd stop in there at the Rambler shop. He was the coldest drink in town to him.
All right, on Monday we've got our senator.
We've got our state senator Michael Lazaro will be in
Senator
around.
Michael Lazaro will be joining us at 7-ish, 7:30, 7:20. So just tune in early.
Yes,
just in
tune in
case you don't want to miss it.
Is he coming in or call?
He's coming. There's a bunch of crap going on in Raleigh. Has been going on, and
crap.
And he's been dealing with it. And so with a lot of the other folks up there, a lot of things are coming around, and the governor actually let one bill go through without his signature. It became law because he didn't sign it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what that's about. I don't approve of it, but I can't say I disapprove of it. I know he's doing it for political reasons and political reasons only.
That's not the word.
What do they
Fight,
call
in
it?
my opinion.
Abstainment?
That had to do with the Camping World in Greenville putting a flag that was way 30 feet high. I think they're beautiful flags. I don't have a problem with it personally. The city of Greenville has dropped the financial charge.
May as well.
Yeah.
They're not going to pay it.
They were fining Camping World. Well, Camping World said, we're moving out of the city, which they did. And so the city lost that revenue. But the whole thing's done and over with, and the flag can be flown. Yeah. I'm all for it. I'm one of those yes.
I don't understand how even you could even, I know size and this and that.
Here's the story right here.
You want to fly your flag. That's
here's the story. Here's the reason that they do it. They so many people weren't. There are sign ordinances, right?
Oh, yeah.
The size of a sign, even on your building, and it depends upon what municipality that you're in, a sign ordinance. If it's for advertising purposes, yada, 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 there it is. Mm-hmm. It was clear cut. Well, along came the big flags. Are they doing it for advertising? Or are they being patriotic? Now,
I find it patriotic.
You can find it any way you want. Suppose that they decided they wanted to fly something other than the American flag up there. How about the thin blue flag, thin blue line?
Fly it.
How about the, I don't know, let's bet the rebel flag, the Confederate
That would have caused
battle
something,
flag.
but yeah.
How about if you decide you want to fly the Iranian flag?
All right,
How about if you want to
this
fly
is-
the flag
no.
of Mexico?
This is my opinion. The United States flag is our flag. It symbolizes us. The thin blue line is not our declared flag to follow. The BLM flag, no. The Confederate flag, no. The American flag with its stars and its stripes is what is given.
Okay,
That
so
is
I'm going to do
ours.
this. If you decide you would like to do like I have thought about doing many times, and I want to move to another country, place that I really like,
Yeah.
should I be able to display my home country's flag, fly it in my front yard, if I so choose?
You better know the laws there.
Yeah,
That's all I
whatever
got
the
to
law
say.
says.
Do you think the national anthem should be only the national anthem, or do you think we should adapt other songs to be included as the national
No,
anthem?
there's only
for
one.
the
There's only one national.
There's only
anthem.
one flag for the United States.
All right,
My opinion.
what was the rule on it about if you flew another flag and you had the American flag, it had to be so many inches shorter?
I don't
The
know.
American
I
flag
used to
has to
hear
be-
about it, but I've
US
never
flag has to
seen
be
it.
at the top of the pole. It has to be on top
Or
of
if you
everybody.
had different poles,
The
I was
American-
heard
Yes.
that if you, I'll give you an example. Say you had two
Mhm.
flag poles. You had the United States flag here, state of North Carolina flag here. Now, I was always heard, but I don't know if it's verified, that any other flag had to be a little bit lower.
That's
Just
right,
be
it
lower.
does.
Yeah, but how much?
There's
4
flag
inches.
protocol,
Yeah.
definite flag protocol, and where
wanna
you
let-
place it on a podium, etc.
You want to look at flag protocol sometime, look it up
I will.
and look at lighting,
Yes.
Right.
nighttime
have-
and lighting.
I have
Look at it
lighting.
and then look at what some of the exceptions are to flying it at nighttime,
Right.
including shipboard flags.
Yes.
There are so many things.
Yes, there is. I have a big LED light that lights up the neighbor's tree across the street, but
Part
it
of the
lights up
night.
my flag.
Part of the night or all night.
It comes on at dusk and goes off at dawn.
So is it powered by AC?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not a battery, solar powered.
It's an AC powered.
Okay, that's what I
Plug
say.
it into the wall.
Right.
Right.
Those that are solar powered, those
Mhm.
batteries don't last all night.
No,
long
they
in the
don't.
summertime.
They'll last for a couple hours. They'll tell you 6 hours. They're out in 3.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. That's why I quit buying those little lights to put in the garden.
What
Why?
kills me about those cameras people are advertising. Oh, they're solar powered. You don't need a wire.
Yeah.
You sure that's going to work
Mhm.
all night? Especially in the wintertime when nighttime's a whole lot longer. I don't know about that one.
Okay, we will be back on Monday morning.
Yes, we will.
Stay tuned to our Facebook page. Lee will be posting any updates
That's right.
for anything that is scheduled that may change or whatever.
Mhm.
And particularly that will be tonight's ball game for
Yes.
Jacksonville.
Yes.
Other ball games, hopefully we will get words on those too. And
Yes.
the National Night Out. That's
Right.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's at 4:00, 3:00 or so tomorrow
3 o'clock,
afternoon.
yeah.
And it lasts till 7:30-ish or so.
Mhm.
Hopefully it will go off. Hopefully there will be no rain at that time tomorrow, and that will be good. So that's what, but if they make a change, we should know about it no later than 10 o'clock tomorrow.
10 o'clock
So
tomorrow
those of you
morning.
who want to know, check the Facebook page beginning about 10:15 or so. Lee will be on top of that in a heartbeat.
There is a possibility that they may make a decision today, but put 10 a.m. Saturday on your calendar.
That's your drop dead
That's
time.
that's the official time that they will be posting. Mumfest is supposed to be decided this morning. It could be any minute on the Mumfest. The Mullet Festival has been canceled. They're doing events next weekend to kind of make up for it. Check the town of Swansboro's page. So we'll just play it by ear. Everyone stay safe. Don't turn around, don't drown, stay out of
Yeah.
the water, stay out of the ocean.
Yeah, it's not a place for you. Let me know, and I will let you know when it is safe to go again. Okay.
But who wants to go with me next week and look for shark's teeth?
You gonna wear your purple
I
bikini?
will go with you if you will go with me.
Where are you going?
I'm going to go pull the shark's teeth.
That's a
Lord.
no deal. No deal.
Mm.
Hey, honey, come here.
That is a no.
Open wide.
Anyway, stay safe. Yeah.
I enjoyed it, y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Come in
Timmy.
there.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Go have some fun for the weekend.
Meant to mention also, besides
Thank you.
our state senator, we'll also have one of the Stars with Dancing Stars of
Dancing
Onslow County.
Stars. So we only got
It's
2 more to
winding
go.
down. You better
Two to
get your
go, yeah.
tickets.
Get your tickets. Get your tickets now. I got to get
Right.
my ball game tickets
Yes,
for tonight
yes,
too.
I have mine. So
Well, I don't.
yeah, I sent
get-
you the link
did
yesterday.
You get the confirmation?
Yeah. It hasn't gone live yet, but I did
Well,
get
that's
the
what I mean.
confirmation.
So you don't have the tickets yet.
No, I got the confirmation that my ticket. It says you are going,
Mhm.
but the live ticket has not come live yet.
So that'll happen after 4:00 today.
Yes, weird.
But I will be busy.
Weird.
You
I hope
understand?
I didn't delete it by accident.
Whoops.
Oh, man.
It.
Go into your junk file.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you Monday morning. Have a great weekend. Be
Bye,
safe.
y'all.
Bye.
If you're going to the ball game tonight,
Aw,
and the ball
look
game is
for
on
us.
in Jacksonville, look up
Yep.
to your right as you in the stands as you first approach, and then we'll be there, and we'll
Yeah.
just wave at
We
us.
have
We'll
a
be
great
all in
group.
red, and then hopefully we can convince our cheerleaders to come on down with us.
We have to you need to go down there and take pictures of Jacqueline. We'll find out her name.
I
The
know who
one
she
that's dancing with Drew.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. We'll see you. Y'all take care.
All
You're
right,
live
have
and
a good
local.
one.
Real talk. We're awake. Well, I will be awake long enough to go get something to eat and
And
then
I'm
take a nap.
hungry.
Geezer nap coming up. You're live and local. We'll see you Monday. Bye. Be safe.